Botswana scraps gay sex laws in big victory for LGBTQ rights in Africa.
This post received a score of 11,091, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
For Africa, this is an amazing step. I was really disappointed with Kenya's dismissal, but this gives me hope for the march of progress. Congrats Botswana for going above and beyond.
FYI, many of these laws that African countries have implemented came from lobbying, lies and misinformation by American evangelicals. Scott Lively is one of them. Scott Lively, the American pastor who influenced Uganda's gay penalties.
Greater than gays were responsible for carrying out the Holocaust. Think he got it a little backwards there.
The Holocaust was responsible for carrying out the gays.
Homosexuals were a target for the Holocaust.
There's a very old trope that came from satire at the time and isn't really based in reality, that the higher-ups in the Third Reich were super gay and just kept it a secret. There's also completely made-up stories about how it was secretly Jews, or sometimes Muslims, who sold Hitler on the final solution, again, just to compensate for poor reading comprehension. None of these theories I just mentioned have even an inch of truth to them. They are bullshit stories spread by far-right religious politicians to support their garbage.
The judgment makes reference to last year's judgment by the Supreme Court of India, which struck down a similar colonial-era law which criminalized gay sex. The judgment had widespread ramifications which caused countries with similar colonial-era laws to question the draconian criminalization of gay sex. Singapore could be next.
Unfortunately, there is still a large conservative religious population here in Singapore, which means the law is unlikely to be repealed in our lifetime.
Botswana and India have majority religious conservative groups. The Legislative Assembly would not strike down the law, so legal recourse through the court system was sought. So probably a similar thing could happen soon in Singapore.
The thing about India is that it changes its laws and then people change their minds. Edit, having been to Singapore, I'd say its population is far less conservative than India. Its institutions are more conservative than India's. India has set a huge precedent for other erstwhile colonies, and many including Singapore are already facing litigation against colonial laws that criminalize homosexuality.
Greater than it's all about strengthening democratic institutions which put what's right over what the majority wants. That certainly sounds like doublethink. Strong democratic institutions should do what they consider right and tell the public to fuck off. Why call them democratic then, rather than at least attempt honesty with enlightened despotic or some such, if such a regime is really what you want?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.